Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Welcome, a very warm welcome to our yoga class today. My name is Kaivalya. I'm staff here at Yoga Vidya in Bad Meinberg, Germany. With me are Sarah behind the camera and Stephanie in front of the camera. So we'll be joining you in today's session. It's a 60-minute session, so slightly shorter, as you may know from your standard Yoga Vidya practice, but we hope that you can slot this time into your daily routine. So it's great that you find this time for your practice. Today I thought we'll do a slightly more dynamic practice. The central element will be our sun salutation. So we'll do a few traditional rounds of sun salutation, and then we're going to be integrating the key asanas of the Yoga Vidya sequence, but we'll do the whole thing standing up. Yeah. So, but basically we'll do asanas with the same benefit as you would have in your standard Yoga Vidya sequence. Right. So, as always, please feel free to adjust if you need to, and of course, feel free to relax anytime you need some time out to relax, okay? So make sure you feel good as you practice. Right, so let's get onto the mat straight away. We'll also do our pranayama standing up today. So let's get onto our mats. Just take a few moments kind of checking in with your body, how your body is feeling today. You can place your feet underneath your hips, take those feet about hip width apart, and come to Tadasana, mountain pose. Just in a very kind of relaxed way, you can close your eyes and just kind of scan through the body. How is your body feeling this morning, or whenever you're choosing to practice? How are those shoulders, your neck, your jaws? Is there any tightness? Are you holding on to anything? Just kind of notice. It's just a kind of curious observation. Just becoming aware of the body from the inside out. And then bringing your awareness to your breath. Just noticing, how is your breath flowing right now, right here? Is there an even flow? Or is it going quickly? Can you find that natural, spontaneous breath? And And to help us tune in a little bit more into our breath, into our bodies, we're going to start with a little bit of breath work, a little bit of pranayama. You can gently open your eyes again, and I'll just show you. We'll do those standing pranayamas. We do those regularly here at Yoga Vidya in the morning. It's a nice way of waking up, actually. So you can also practice these outside or open the window and practice them by the window. I'll just show you the first one, sometimes referred to as the gorilla. I'm breathing in very deeply, filling my chest. And the first round, I'm just tapping myself with my fingertips. Then we'll do a second round, we'll use the palms. And then a third round using the fists. And then, actually you can take for this exercise, you can take the legs a little bit wider. As I exhale, I'll go. And once I've exhaled, I retain the breath, and I'm bringing length into the spine. I'm opening the chest. I'm pulling the belly button inwards and upwards, Uddiyana Bandha, and the spine is really long, and the head is in line with the spine. I'm retaining the breath as long as possible, as long as it's comfortable. And then I relax my abdomen, Uddiyana Bandha, and I inhale, and we'll move to the second round, okay? So we'll do these 3 rounds together. You can get ready, taking the feet a little bit wider than your hips. And then a deep inhalation. Retaining the breath and tapping your upper body, your chest area with your fingertips. And once you feel the need to exhale, you go. Long spine, retaining the breath, pulling the abdomen inwards and upwards, Uddiyana Bandha. As long as it's comfortable for you. And then releasing the abdomen, inhaling as you come up. And then tapping your upper body again, your chest area with your palms this time. And again. As you exhale. Make sure your head is in line with your spine, your chest is nice and open, spine long, Uddiyana Bandha, belly button inwards and upwards. Release and inhaling for the final round, this time with your fists, quite energetically massaging your upper body, your chest area. And one last time. Retaining the breath, Uddiyana Bandha, abdomen inwards and upwards. Only as long as it's comfortable for you. Letting go and inhaling, coming up again. And letting the breath flow again naturally. Let the breath settle. Bringing your awareness to your chest area. Maybe that feels a little bit warmer, or there's a little tingling sensation. Whatever you may notice, just curious awareness. So that was nicely energizing. And then we'll just do one more little pranayama. We'll do what's sometimes referred to as palm tree. I'll just show you once, and then we'll do a few rounds together. So as you inhale, you take the arms wide. You can interlock your fingers, and as you retain the breath, with a long spine, you just go into a lateral stretch a couple of times. And then when you feel the need to exhale, come back to the center, and you exhale. All right, so let's do a few rounds together. You can take the feet about hip width apart. And as you inhale, you take the arms up. You can interlock your fingers, retaining the breath, moving into a lateral stretch, nicely opening the sides of the body, Coming back to the center and exhaling. Inhaling for the second round. And like a palm tree in the wind, just swaying from side to side. Coming back to the center before you exhale and you take your arms back down again. Third and final round. Inhale. And exhale. Once again, take some time to just bring your awareness into your body, to your breath. Just noticing how you're feeling after this little pranayama. Alright, so with this awareness of your breath, of your body, you can now come to the front end of your mat and prepare for the sun salutation. So it's a good idea to now take off your socks, should you still be wearing any socks. Just making sure that your mat is nice and clear. And then we'll do first couple of rounds really slowly, just tuning ourselves into Surya Namaskara, the classic traditional way that we do, well, the way we do it here at Yoga Vidya in any case. So, taking the feet about hip-width apart. If you like to close your feet, that's also absolutely fine. And then just arriving in Tadasana once again, into mountain pose. So again, you're connecting with your belly button, you're pulling the belly button towards you. You're also tucking your tailbone gently under, so the pubic bone is moving to the front, the tailbone is moving down, the back of the spine is nice and long, and the breastbone is moving forwards and upwards, and you're creating space in your chest. Shoulder blades down and back, and the chin ever so slightly towards your chest, so the neck is long, and you've got the feeling of the back of the head is moving upwards. The jaws are relaxed, your tongue is relaxed. The whole body is relaxed, and yet there is an awareness and an alertness. You're feeling completely alert, awake. Becoming aware of the breath once more. And then help that breath guide you through the sequence. Inhaling, exhaling, you're bringing your palms together in front of your chest. Namaste. Inhaling, you're reaching up. Actually, you can keep on breathing here. Just enjoy that very gentle backward bend from the upper back. Yeah, so your tailbone is still being tucked under, your lower back is long, and you're opening the chest, and you're enjoying that openness. And with your next exhalation, forward and down, you can bend your knees if you wish to, coming down into a very gentle forward bend, placing your hands in line with your toes. And with the next inhalation, taking the right foot back, coming into sprinter. Keep on breathing here. The gaze is gently ahead. The back knees on the mat. And even here, you're trying to keep that chest open. And then you can come into plank. Keep on breathing here, just checking into plank for a moment. Feel your strength. Belly button towards you. You can also apply Mula Bandha, pelvic floor muscles, inwards and upwards. Strong core, head in line with your spine, so the gaze is towards the floor. And then with the next exhalation, knees, chest and forehead to the mat. Feel those 8 points of contact. Inhaling upwards and forwards and upwards into Cobra. Back of the feet on the mat, pubic bone on the mat, elbows neatly tucked into the body. And then connecting with your palms, pressing the floor away, pushing the floor away as you come into down dog. Arriving here for a moment, you can take your down dog for a walk, but just shifting your weight from one foot to the other. Gentle movement here, enjoying the length of your spine. And then coming into down dog for a few breaths. Inhaling, left knee on the mat and the right foot forward, back to sprinter position. Inhaling, exhaling into forward bend. Let the head hang really heavy here. And then once again connecting with your belly button. Belly button inwards and upwards. And you can bend your knees, coming up with a straight spine. Enjoying that opening of the front side of the body. And exhaling, lowering the arms. All right, so let's do a few rounds. Inhaling, exhaling, namaste. Inhaling, reaching up and opening the front side of the body. Exhaling into a forward bend. Inhaling, left foot back, sprinter. Retaining the breath into plank. Exhaling, knees, chest and forehead. Inhaling, forwards, upwards, cobra. Exhaling into down dog. Inhaling, left foot forward. Exhaling, right. Inhaling all the way up. And exhaling, lowering the arms. Inhaling, exhaling, namaste. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Inhaling right, retaining the breath, plank. Exhaling, knees, chest, forehead. Inhaling, forwards, upwards, cobra. Exhaling into a down dog. Inhaling right. Exhaling, forward bend. Inhaling up. And exhaling, lowering the arms. Inhaling up, exhaling, namaste. Inhaling up. Exhaling into a forward bend. Inhaling, left. Retain, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, forehead. Inhaling, cobra. Exhaling, down dog. Inhaling, left. Exhaling, right. Inhaling up. And exhaling down. Inhaling, exhaling, namaste. Inhaling up. And exhaling, forward bend. Inhaling, right. Retain, plank. Exhaling, 8 points to the floor. Inhaling, cobra. Exhaling, down dog. Inhaling, right. Exhaling, left. Inhaling all the way up. And exhaling, lowering the arms. Inhaling, exhaling, namaste. Inhaling up. And exhaling down. Inhaling, left. Retain, plank. Exhale down, inhaling cobra, exhaling down dog, inhaling left, exhaling right, inhaling up, exhaling lowering the arms, inhaling, exhaling namaste, inhaling up, exhaling forward and down, inhaling right, retain, plank, feel your strength, exhaling down to the floor, Inhaling forwards, upwards, cobra. Exhaling, down dog, spine is long. Inhaling right. Exhaling left. Inhaling all the way up. Exhaling, lowering the arms. Inhaling, exhaling, namaste. Inhaling up. Exhaling forward and down. Inhale left. Retain, plank. Exhale down. Inhale forwards, upwards. Exhaling into down dog. Inhaling left. Exhaling right. Inhaling all the way up. And exhaling, lowering your arms. You can take your feet a little bit wider apart. And then just let that breath settle once again. That breath which has carried you nicely through that sequence. And take a few moments to check in with your body again, becoming aware of the body from the inside out. Noticing any warmth, any tingling, any tightness, whatever there might be. Perhaps there's also joy or lightness or just that energy, that prana, which you become aware of as it is rushing through the body. Let's do a couple of rounds with variations. So preparing for a few more rounds. Inhaling, exhaling, namaste, palms to the chest. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling forward and down. Inhaling, right foot forward. Now get comfortable here in sprinter position. The knees above the ankle joint. Back knees on the mat. Inhaling, you're going to come into a twist, lifting the right arm up. And the gaze is towards your thumbnail, towards the thumb, upwards, opening the chest here nicely, bringing the shoulder blade back. With the next exhalation, you're going to place the hand back onto the mat. Inhaling, left arm up into the twist, opening yourself up towards the left side, as if you're going to bring the chest all the way up. The left shoulder blade all the way back. At the same time, become aware of the left knee. Sometimes that has a tendency to move outwards. Bring it back to the center, keep it nicely active. With the next exhalation, lowering that hand back down again. Inhaling in sprinter. Retain, plank. Exhaling 8 points to the mat. Inhaling cobra. Exhaling into down dog. Inhaling right foot forward. Again, get comfortable here in sprinter position. You can place the back of your foot on the mat. Front knees above the ankle joint. Inhaling, right arm up. Into the twist once again. Right shoulder blade all the way back. As if you're going to move all the way around. Opening yourself up towards the light. With the next exhalation, placing that palm back down on the mat. Inhaling, left arm up. Just notice how that feels on this side. Couple more breaths here. And exhaling back down. Inhaling here, exhaling into forward bend. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling, lowering your arms. Inhaling, exhaling, namaste. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling, left foot back. Once again, getting comfortable in sprinter position. Actually, this time you can keep your toes tucked under, bringing yourself up, coming into a warrior position. So your hips are facing the short end of your mat. Inhaling, you can take the arms up, front knee above the ankle joint, and you're pushing that back heel away from you. Sometimes you can play a bit with your hands here. I really enjoy introducing a little bit of openness here, so sometimes I take those arms down a little and the palms even kind of outwards a little bit, so that I can introduce a little bit of openness in the chest. That's just an idea, you can just play around with that. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling in sprinter, retain plank, exhaling down, 8 points to the mat. Inhaling cobra, exhaling into down dog. Inhaling left foot forward, and we'll come up again. Back into warrior pose. Again, watching that front knee above the ankle joint, pushing that back heel away from you. And again, you can play around with your arms, your hands. Just see what works for you. Feel your strength and that gentle determination as you gaze forwards, perhaps gently upwards. Inhaling, exhaling down. Inhaling here, exhaling into a forward bend. Inhaling up, exhaling down. All right. So we're going to keep on practicing the sun salutation throughout the class, but now we're going to introduce a few asanas. So in our Yoga Vidya sequence, we first start with an inversion, and we'll just hold the downward dog for a moment in this first round. So coming to the front end of your mat, inhaling, exhaling, namaste. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, forward and down. Inhaling, right foot back. Retain into plank. Exhaling, 8 points to the floor. Inhaling, cobra. Exhaling, down dog. And here you can stay for a few breaths now. Just make sure that you get comfortable in your downward dog. So if you wish, you can gently bend your knees a little bit, and just making sure that your sitting bones are moving all the way up towards the ceiling. And the spine is nice and long. And you're almost, or it feels like you're almost placing your chest onto the mat. Long spine. And then gently, gently you can let your heels move towards the mat, but without wanting to achieve anything. Just get comfortable in your downward dog, connecting with the mat. All 10 fingers are nicely connected with the mat. You feel how grounded you are. Couple more breaths here. And then with your next inhalation, you can bring the right foot forward, back into sprinter. Exhaling into a forward bend. Inhaling up. And exhaling, lowering your hands. Okay. So in the sequence, the next asana is Sarvangasana, the shoulder stand. Obviously, that's a little bit of a challenge to do this standing up, but we can come into a pose which actually has similar benefits. So I'll just show you briefly. From Tadasana, you're inhaling, creating length, and exhaling, you're placing your chest onto your chin onto the chest. And you then can place your hands onto the upper back and bringing the shoulder blades and the elbows nicely together. So here, if you just switch perspective, you're basically in Sarvangasana, in a shoulder stand. Okay? So, if you haven't yet done so, inhaling, creating length. Exhaling, placing your chin to the chest, and then bringing your hands neatly to your upper back, bringing the shoulder blades and the elbows together. And just, you can also close your eyes here. Just imagine you're actually in a kind of Sarvangasana. You can also bring your awareness to the throat, Vishuddha chakra, throat chakra, energy center situated in the throat. It's nicely stimulated here. Couple more breaths here, standing up in Sarvangasana. Inhaling here, exhaling, releasing the hands, inhaling, rolling up vertebra by vertebra, lifting the head again nicely. Just to keep it, stay in that flow. Inhaling, exhaling, namaste. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, forward and down. Inhaling, left back. Retaining into plank. Exhaling, knees, chest, forehead. Inhaling, forwards, upwards, cobra. Exhaling, down dog. Inhaling, left. Exhaling, right. Inhaling, up. Exhaling, down. Okay, so next we would be practicing the plow, halasana. Again, a little bit of a challenge, but we need to get creative, and we can. So inhaling, exhaling, namaste. Inhaling up. Exhaling, forward and down. Inhaling, right foot back. Now we can come up here. And you can bring your hips to face the short end of your mat. You can interlock your fingers behind your back. You inhale here and you're creating lots of space in the hip joint. And exhaling, you're moving forward and down towards your front leg, lifting your arms up. And you're actually in a half plow. So stay here for a few breaths. Yeah, with a little bit of creativity. If you just switch perspective a little bit, you're actually in a half plow here. Very nice. So both legs as straight as they can comfortably be. Just enjoying that nice stretch here. Okay. So with the next inhalation you can come up. And exhaling back into sprinter. Inhaling in sprinter. Retaining your breath in plank. Exhaling, knees, chest, forehead. Inhaling forward, upwards, cobra. Exhaling into down dog. Inhaling, right foot forward. And we have to do the plow on the other side, of course, as it's a half plow. So once again, straightening those legs. Your hips are facing the front end of your mat. Interlocking your fingers, inhaling here, creating room, lots of space in the hip joint. And exhaling forward and down. And lifting those arms forwards and upwards. Very nice. Again, enjoying that half plow. Very nice. Couple of breaths here. enjoying the stretch. Inhaling, strong legs coming up, and exhaling down into sprinter again. Inhaling in sprinter, exhaling into a forward bend. Inhaling up, exhaling, lowering your arms. Okay, so now the fish. Matsyasana. You can take your hands behind your back, interlocking your fingers. Really use your hands, your arms, your elbows to bring those shoulder blades nicely together, and you already feel that opening of the chest. The chest area really wants to open up. So, tucking your tailbone under, pubic bone is moving towards the front. As in fish, you're taking great care of your lower back. And then you're opening the chest a little bit more by bringing your head gently back, head still in line with your spine, so don't let it just drop towards the back, but you're staying nicely active here, and that back bend is coming from that upper back. And you're breathing into your chest here, enjoying the openness in that area. Open your heart space. Few really nice deep breaths. Opening up your heart space. Anahata chakra, heart chakra. Allow your body to open up on all levels. Last breath here. Inhaling, lifting the head. Exhaling, releasing the arms. You can close your eyes for a moment, bringing your awareness towards the chest. The next inhalation, exhalation, you're bringing the palms together in front of the chest. Inhaling, moving upwards. Exhaling forward and down into a forward bend. Inhaling, right foot back. Retaining the breath in plank. Exhaling down. Inhaling, cobra. Exhaling, down dog. Inhaling, right foot forward. Exhaling, left. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Now we'll come to the we'll come to the forward bend, and in this case we'll do a standing forward bend. So you can prepare here by lifting the arms up, creating lots of space in the hip joint, and then exhaling gently forward, long spine, exhaling all the way down. You can also bend your knees. Just make sure you're moving into a gentle, comfortable forward bend. You can, if you wish, hold your elbows. Let the head become really heavy. And as always in a forward bend, the secret is the letting go. So you've already arrived in your forward bend. There's absolutely nothing to achieve. You're already there. You're just melting into the pose without any doing. You are not the doer. The secret is the letting go. Just let it happen. Perhaps the breath will just guide you a little bit. Enjoying your forward bend, a standing variation. Paschimottanasana. Usually you would be sitting on the mat, but in this case we'll just do a standing forward bend. If you're holding onto your elbows, you can release your hands now, placing them to the left and right of your feet. Inhaling here. Exhaling, melting down. Inhaling, taking the left foot back into sprinter. Retaining the breath in plank. Exhaling down. Inhaling cobra. Exhaling into a down dog. Inhaling left foot forward. Exhaling right foot forward. Inhaling all the way up. And exhaling down. All right, so now comes a cobra, Bhujangasana. You can interlock your fingers, place those at the back of your head, the lower back of your head. And inhaling, you're creating length here. And exhaling, with the upper body, you're moving into a gentle backward bend. Again, the pubic bone is moving forwards, the tailbone, you're tucking your tailbone under, belly button towards you. The opening, that backward bend is coming from the upper back. And you come once again into a nice opening of that chest area, heart space wide open. Keep on breathing nicely and deeply into your chest area. Tailbone being tucked under. Lower back nicely relaxed, and you're opening your chest from the upper back. Couple more breaths here, taking the elbows wide. Inhaling, lifting the head, and exhaling, lowering the arms. Actually, let's do the next backward bend straight here from Tadasana. So next comes the locust. And we can actually, similar benefits we'll get from Warrior 3. So we can, just get ready for that. Inhaling, exhaling, namaste. Inhaling, reaching the arms up. And then exhaling, you're bringing the front, your upper body to parallel to the mat. And you're lifting your right leg up. You're lifting your right leg up. Keep on breathing here, and you lift that back leg up as much as you can, keeping those hips nicely parallel. Okay? And here you have a similar effect than you would in the half locust. You're using your back muscles nicely here. Inhaling back up. Exhaling, lowering your arms for a moment. Let's do the other side in a minute. Inhaling, exhaling, namaste. Inhaling up. Exhaling, bringing the upper body parallel to the mat. Lifting your left leg up as much as you can. Try and keep those hips nice and even. Keep on breathing here. Very nice. Couple more breaths here. Lifting that back leg nicely up. And then exhaling, coming up. Okay. Right, so our third backward bend in our Yoga Vidya sequence would be the bow. So again, we can do half a bow by doing the Lord of the Dance pose. So that's almost like a half bow. So just preparing here by shifting your weight onto the left foot, bending the right knee and holding on to your right foot. Try and keep both knees nice and evenly. Hips are parallel. Inhaling, lifting the left arm up. And exhaling, once again creating using the space in the hip as you move forwards. And you're pushing your back foot into your right hand, coming into Natarajasana. Also, if you prefer to keep your body up, you can also do that. Yeah? Sometimes that helps. It helps to fix your gaze onto one point. If you're noticing that you're a little wobbly today, just holding that for a couple more breaths very nicely. Inhaling up, exhaling, releasing the foot and the arm. And then we'll do the half bow or Natarajasana on the other side. So shifting the weight onto the right foot and then placing your left foot onto your left hand. Inhaling, left arm up. Exhaling, either bringing your upper body towards the front or staying upright. Just playing around with that maybe. Pushing your back foot into your hand. And again here the chest is nicely open. Just visualize yourself being in a sort of half bow. A sort of half Dhanurasana. There's an element to this in this pose here. I'll have the same nice opening of the chest. Inhaling up. Exhaling, releasing your arms and your foot. All right. Okay. All right, let's just do one round to keep that flow going. Inhaling, exhaling, namaste. Inhaling up. Exhaling forward and down. Inhaling, right foot back. Retaining the breath, coming into plank. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down dog. Inhaling right. Exhaling left. Inhaling all the way up. Exhaling down. Inhaling, exhaling, namaste. Inhaling up. Exhaling forward and down. Inhaling left. Retaining plank. Exhaling 8 points. Inhaling cobra. Exhaling down dog. Inhaling left. Exhaling right. Inhaling up. Exhaling, lowering the arms. All right. So, we've had our inversion. We've had our forward bend, our backward bends. Now, the twist. That we can do very nicely, standing up. So you take your right foot on the outside of your left foot. And then you can choose, I actually like to quite interlock my fingers, placing them at the back of my head again. So inhaling, creating space in the spine, and exhaling over to the right hand side. Nice little twist. Feel how the soles of your feet are nicely connected, nicely grounded. The hips are facing towards the front, and you're nicely rotating the entire spine, taking the head into that twist only as far as it's comfortable for you. Head in line with the spine. The gaze over to the right, towards the right elbow. Couple more breaths here, enjoying the twist. Inhaling here. Exhaling to the front. Release. Over to the other side. Left foot, the outside of the right foot. Once again, if you wish, you can interlock your fingers, take those hands behind the head. Inhaling, creating length. Exhaling over to the left. The gaze is towards the left elbow. You can also play with closing your eyes, see what happens. Sometimes that's a nice little way of checking how centered you really are. Watching your breath, that even, smooth flow. Inhaling here. Exhaling, releasing back to the center, releasing the arms. All right. Okay. So actually, a couple more before we can move towards Shavasana. Let's just do a very traditional Trikonasana to finish and to just once more enjoy a lateral stretch. So coming to face the long end of your mat, taking the feet wide, about one leg length apart. Inhaling, right arm up. Exhaling over to the left. You can place your left arm in your back. Once again, the head is in line with your spine, and you are reaching towards the left and upwards and left with your right fingertips. You're creating space. The entire right side of the body is nicely opening and breathing into that lateral stretch. Inhaling up, exhaling, lowering the arm. Inhaling, left arm up. Exhaling over. And enjoying that opening of the entire left-hand side. Just watching your head, keep your head nicely active in line with your spine. And breathing into that space between the ribs here at the side. Enjoying that lateral stretch. One more breath here. And then inhaling up. Exhaling, lowering the arms. All right. And then I think it may be time for Shavasana. So finally, you can make a little bit more contact with your mat. Make sure you get comfortable. So, yeah, coming into Shavasana, coming to lie on your back for the final relaxation. Making sure your body is really comfortable, taking any props you may need to really be able to relax in Shavasana. And allowing a few moments for your body to settle. Closing your eyes if you haven't yet done so. heels mat width apart, palms facing upwards, chest open. And you can just take a few deep breaths, and with every exhalation, your body is just melting into the mat a little bit more. With every exhalation, that body is becoming heavier and heavier. You can gently guide your awareness towards the points of your body which have contact with the floor. So your heels, your calves, your thighs, your buttocks, parts of your back, back of the hands, lower arms, upper arms, shoulder blades, and back of the head. Visualizing that you're breathing into these points of contact, and with every exhalation, the body is melting into the mat. With every exhalation, you're arriving a little bit deeper in Shavasana, relaxation pose. And bringing your awareness to the soles of your feet. Being aware of the soft soles of your feet. And from there is a sensation of warmth. Perhaps you like to visualize light. And that is moving upwards, filling both feet up to the ankle joint. Both feet are filled with warmth, perhaps light, a feeling of relaxation, which is now moving upwards, filling the lower legs all the way to the knee joints. Moving up further, filling both legs all the way to the hip joints. Both legs filled with the sensation of warmth, with light, with the feeling of relaxation. And that is now moving further up, filling your torso to the belly button. And moving upwards, filling your chest all the way to the shoulders. Your entire torso now filled with a sensation of warmth, of light, relaxation. Then bringing the awareness to your fingertips. And from there that feeling is moving up, filling both hands to the wrists. Moving up further, filling the lower arms, the upper arms, all the way to the shoulder joints. Moving up the neck, into the head. Filling the head all the way to the crown of the head. So that warmth, the light, the feeling of relaxation is now filling your entire body. Your entire body filled with light, filled with a feeling of relaxation. And you're enjoying this feeling of relaxation for a few moments in silence. gently guiding your awareness back into the body, becoming aware of the body, how it is lying on your mat right here, right now. Bringing your awareness to your breath, deepening the breath, inhaling the abdomen is rising up, exhaling the abdomen is lowering down again. Breathing into your center, into your very core of your being, wherever you feel that might be, whether that's in your belly, in your abdomen, or in your heart space. Taking a few deep breaths right to that space, connecting with yourself, nourishing yourself. Then very gently introducing some movement into the body, wiggling your toes, your fingers, moving arms and legs, perhaps stretching, or perhaps you'd rather hug your knees in. So just a few movements, whatever feels right for you now. And when you're ready, you can hug the knees in and roll over to your right hand side just for a moment, connecting with the floor. And when you're ready, using your hands coming up to a seated position. So let's just close with a mantra. Let's just send this nice energy which we've all created by practicing, by doing our practice. Let's just send that out into the world by reciting the mantra Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. In gratitude. Om Mula Satguru Shivananda Maharaj ki Jai. Om Sarva Santana ki Jai. And a big thank you to you for sharing your practice. So, hope you're feeling good. And I'd also like to thank Sarah, our camera woman today. Thank you. And Stephanie for joining me here on the mat. And just a quick note. We're offering these sessions for free, as you may know by now, and we are very grateful if you could support Yoga Vidya by donating. You're going to find the details below the video in the text box, so you can follow that link. Any donation is much, much appreciated, because obviously we've also had this lockdown here applied to the ashram, and we could not welcome you physically, but we're very happy that you are joining us online. So yeah, any donations are much appreciated. Thank you very much. And then just maybe Sarah can do a quick smooth pan shot across, just in case you feel inspired by this practice. This is the practice we've been doing today. So this is the Yoga Vidya sequence, standing up, just the Surya Namaskara, and then the poses we've been integrating. Actually, at the end I did the Trikonasana rather than tree pose, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, so thank you. All the best. Take care. Keep up the practice.